I'm in the center of town, on my way to Lugovsky Prospect number 3. They're expecting me in one of the most unusual apartments I have ever seen. First, a hallway, long and dark. Then, 16 rooms with 16 families. This is a Kommunalka, a shared apartment, a relic from Soviet times. It's like a journey into the past. In the heart of St. Petersburg, I meet the people who make their home in the Kommunalka. A home they value, despite all the difficulties.
The power lines from the 50s can be a problem.
It's pretty awful here.
The kitchen is the heart of the Kommunalka, with clear rules and a strict hierarchy.
Those who have lived here longer get the better parts. That means your own table and your own part of the communal stove. I was born here, so my husband and I are among the privileged ones. And this is our privilege.
Kommunalkas are an integral part of life in St. Petersburg. The Soviet-style collectives help people feel less alone in the big city. The shabby communal apartments are a stark contrast to the opulent tourist attractions. And they're also right in the center, in the old town, also a privilege. I pay a visit to the privileged residence in room number 3. Mama Polina and her daughter Alexandra are getting in some early musical education. It seems to make Yoshik the cat hungry. Papa Evgeny is trying to install a heating and cooling system for the winter. They don't want Alexandra to freeze when the heater breaks down, as it often does.
Russia now is like the Soviet Union of the 70s. The economy will ultimately collapse and a new life will begin. But not in our lifetimes, so we don't have big plans for the future.
Getting on with life, no matter what happens. A typically Russian attitude that's shared by Polina's neighbors.
There's no reason we can't be happy in this country. Or, to put it another way, there's nothing here we hate so much that we'd want to leave. Of course Russia has flaws, but what country doesn't?
A shortage of goods is something this country definitely does not have, provided you have enough money to buy them. The produce at this nearby market sells for Western prices, even though the average monthly income in Russia is the equivalent of just 400 euros. The mutton has been requested by an Uzbek family in the Kommunalka, who are going to make a plov, a dish with rice. Back in the Kommunalka, the boundaries between public and private realms disappear as evening approaches, especially as the aroma of roasting mutton spreads. The Uzbek couple, Mirzo and his wife, whose name they won't divulge, would rather not talk about Russia, where they are guest workers.
We just earn our money here. And that's more than in Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan is here in the kitchen with rice and carrots and lots of meat. A piece of the Uzbek South here in northern Russia. Evgeny and Polina offer me chocolate and chips this evening, along with plenty of Kommunalka philosophy.
It's all fine, so long as you remain in your own room. I've got to raise my voice to make sure the Kommunalka stays clean. Sadly, I wasn't voted Kommunalka president, and so I have to constantly raise my voice and assert myself.
And so, democracy within the Kommunalka remains fraught with difficulties. You might say rather like in Russia as a whole.